Hey, welcome back. So let's talk about your front door or your main gate. If you're still using a physical key, you're basically relying on security tech that's been around for, well, centuries. Today, we're going to dive into how automation is completely flipping the script on property access, making it not just easier, but way smarter and a whole lot more secure. So let me ask you this. Are you still that person jumping out of your car in the pouring rain to heave open a heavy gate, or fumbling with a rusty old lock every single morning? You know, it's more than just annoying. It's a daily reminder that your security is actually getting in your way instead of making your life easier. And when you put it side by side, the difference is just night and day, right? A manual gate, you're always making a trade-off. You give up convenience, you put in more effort, and honestly, you're often getting lower security. An automated system, it completely changes the game. The goal is seamless access and better protection. It's an upgrade for your safety and, let's be real, your sanity. Okay, so what's the big solution here? Well, we call it automated entrances. And I promise you, this is about so much more than just clicking a button on a remote to open your gate. At its heart, entrance automation is all about creating a smart system that controls who and what gets in. We're talking about everything from an automatic gate at a factory to a smart door for an office building or even those barriers at a parking garage. They're all designed to manage the flow of people and vehicles securely without needing a person standing there 24/7. And really, any good system comes down to three key things. It's got to be seamless, right? It needs to fit into your daily life without slowing you down. It absolutely has to be secure, giving you real protection from anyone who shouldn't be there. And it needs to be efficient, saving you time and money. That's the gold standard. But here's the thing. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal. Nope. The perfect gate for a huge industrial lot is going to be totally different from what you need for a small residential driveway. Finding the right fit is all about your space, the terrain, and what you actually need to protect. So let's break down the main types. We're going to look at the four heavy hitters: the classic sliding gate, the clever space-saving telescopic one, the awesome floating cantilever gate, and of course, the traditional swing gate. Each one is built to solve a very specific problem. First up, the sliding gate. You can think of this one as the reliable workhorse of the group. It runs on a simple track on the ground, which makes it super sturdy and pretty budget-friendly. For most driveways that have enough space off to the side, this is the go-to for its pure strength and simplicity. But what if you don't have that long, empty wall for a gate to slide behind? That's where telescopic gates come in. They are so clever. They work just like a telescope with different panels that slide over each other and collapse into a really small space. It's the perfect fix for properties where every inch counts. Now, this is where the engineering gets really cool. A cantilever gate is basically a floating gate. It doesn't have a track on the ground at all. Instead, it's held up by rollers on the side. This makes it the absolute best choice for bumpy ground, gravel driveways, or places that get a lot of snow because there's no track to get jammed up. And finally, we have the elegant automatic swing gate. You know the look. It opens just like a grand front door. People often pick this one for its classic, aesthetic vibe. It gives you great security, but the one thing you have to remember is space. You need a lot of clear room for those gates to swing either in or out. Okay, so securing driveways is one piece of the puzzle, but what about managing all the people walking in and out of a busy office or a subway station? Well, automation has that covered too. For pedestrian control, you've got the tripod turnstile. And this isn't just a simple barrier, it's a smart checkpoint. It can connect with things like RFID cards, radio frequency ID, or even biometrics like your fingerprint. And, most importantly, safety is built right in. During an emergency, the arms automatically drop down so everyone can get out quickly and safely. And that brings us to a much bigger point. A truly secure property isn't just about having one gate. It's about creating an integrated system where all the different pieces are talking to each other. A complete solution is really an ecosystem of three main parts. You've got the entrance automation itself, the gate or the barrier. Then you need the professional electrical work to make sure it's powered safely and reliably. And finally, you have to connect it to critical systems like fire safety. They all have to work in harmony to give you a real shield of protection. When you boil it all down, the whole philosophy is pretty simple. Use security, efficiency, and automation to make your property fundamentally better. This isn't just about adding a cool gadget. It's about upgrading the entire way your home or your business functions. All right, let's say you're on board, you're ready to upgrade. But how do you actually pick the right solution? And maybe even more importantly, how do you pick the right company to install it? This is such a critical question because look, the technology is only half the battle. The expertise of the people installing it, that's what makes sure it actually works when you need it the most. So here's what you should be looking for. There are 4 big signs of a quality provider. First, they should offer personalized service. They need to understand your unique problem, not just sell you a box. Second, their team has to be genuinely skilled professionals who care about quality and safety. Third, they should be using the latest, most reliable tech. And finally, of course, it all has to be backed up by fair and transparent pricing. No surprises. So the main takeaway here is that amazing technology is only as good as the team that stands behind it. True peace of mind comes from that perfect mix of top-notch hardware and trusted professional expertise. And that just about wraps it up. We've seen how automation can take a simple entrance and turn it into a smart, integrated security system. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. Once the front door to your world is secure and efficient, what's the next thing you could automate to make your life just a little bit simpler and safer? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.